Hey everyone! Welcome to our podcast. We are the Critical Squad and we're excited to have you with us today. I am Sean Vincent Garcia.
This topic goes beyond crowded classrooms. It connects to bigger issues that affects many of us. But before that, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Elaine Chantal de Vera.
We'll be sharing our thoughts on how the solutions presented and how they can help. By the way, I'm Jana Posnes.
We will also discuss why listening to students, parents, and teachers is essential for meaningful change, and I'm Denise Flores.
As we go along, we'll be sharing different viewpoints to keep the conversation engaging. I'm Sam Dizon.
So join us and feel free to reflect on how these issues affect our community. By the way, I'm Manjin David.
By the end of this podcast, we hope you gain a clearer and deeper understanding of the problem. I'm Ronaldin Franco.
I'm Chris Naliban. Sit back, stay engaged, and let's get started.
Hi everyone! Welcome to our group podcast. Today, we will dive into a topic that matters and affects many of us right now. We will be discussing about an article that tackles a major issue in the Philippine education.
The article is titled, There's a Bigger Problem Than Classroom Shortage, Classroom Congestion, written by Luigi Lerch G. Almohano and published on Rappler on January 5, 2026.
This article argues with the idea that the main problem in public schools is the lack of classrooms. Instead, it argues that school congestion or lack of space, especially in highly urbanized areas, is a much deeper issue.
In this podcast, we will talk about the article's strengths and weaknesses, point out any biases, and also share our opinions on how it can affect society. So, let's find out why the issue is discussed in the article. So, what's the reason? The article was made in response to DepEd's backlog report of 165,000 classrooms, which cost around 397 billion and take 30 to 55 years to fix. Oh my, that's a long time, right?
I know.
Although, according to the author, focusing on the classroom shortage is misleading as he claims that there is much deeper problem behind it.
Exactly. In places like Metro Manila, Calabarzon, and Central Luzon, the real problem is the lack of space, not just funding. Even if there is enough funds, schools simply can't keep building classrooms.
Yeah, that's because it can lead to overcrowded classes, shifting schedules, and even poor learning environment.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, to support his claims, the author gave real-life examples like Batasan Hills National High School, which accommodates around 15,000 students, completely relying heavily on class shifting. That's a big number, right?
Yes, and because of these conditions, the author suggested alternative solutions instead of continuous classroom construction, believing that it is not practical due to congestion.
Yes, and according to him, he proposed to expand the government assistance to private education or GASPED program and leasing learning spaces to learners.
You know, upon seeing this, they are more of a demand-driving proposals where they can immediately aid congestion, especially in urban areas where space is limited. What impresses me is that one of the strongest points of the author is how he reframed the issue from classroom shortage to school congestion. This shows great analysis from the author.
Oo, tama. Seeing another perspective of the issue made us realize that there is a bigger problem, which is the lack of classrooms. This helps the author provide critical insight to the issue and persuade the readers that school congestion is a deeper cause that the government should look into.
I also admire how he started his arguments using reliable and credible data from DepEd and other government departments, as well as a real-world problem which made the article convincing to us.
Correct, and instead of just criticizing the problem, I appreciated how he offered possible solutions. This makes his claim more convincing and shows that he truly cares about the issue. The article is able to explain the arguments well. I'm not gonna lie, but it also showed noticeable weaknesses.
I know. One issue is that it focuses too much on cost efficiency and does not sufficiently consider the social impact of transferring students to private schools.
And at the same point, it is also fails to clearly explain whether the private schools can accommodate more students or how quality education is ensured.
And I also noticed that the article shows a noticeable bias towards private education, especially in the way the program is promoted.
Hindi lang yon, but it also assumes that transferring students to private schools is more beneficial, which may disadvantage some marginalized family who still continue to face financial difficulties. Alam nyo, classroom shortage may be a real problem, but the best way to accommodate this is not always transferring.
That's right. Kasi instead of strengthening the image of public schools, the author seems to prove that private education is much better, making it look biased.
Pero nevertheless, this article truly helps us understand that educational issues are strongly tied to urban development and social inequality, and helps us viewers and the government see the bigger picture, di ba?
Oo, there's a much bigger problem talaga. Although the proposed solutions may help in the short term, they do not fully address long-lasting improvements to public education.
And I think that for reformers to be more effective, they should balance the immediate solutions and strengthening the public education, while also listening to parents, students, especially the teachers, kasi sila yung pinaka-apektado dito, di ba?
To conclude, the article effectively explains that overcrowding reflects deeper issues than limited classroom space, though it could improve by focusing more on sustainable and long-term solutions.
And that's it, everyone! Thank you for tuning in at one of our episodes today. We truly hope that we are able to inspire and inform the whole Filipino community about the bigger picture of this issue.
We may just be student critics, but we use our voice for a reason.
We have to open our eyes to these kind of issues. Thank you to the owner for opening our eyes, and we hope to see you again for another story.
Once again, we are the Critical Squad, always saying to use your voice to make a bright change. Goodbye!